Because at the end of the day, I wanted to get to a point where the dealers and the people working on the casino floor did not have to deal with the impacts of secondhand smoke. And so I understand you guys weren't fully embracing any type of compromise. You want the full ban, and I get it. But I still, knowing that we lost a huge segment of the legislature with the South Jersey Democratic delegation and whatever connections they had to others related to the South Jersey Democratic delegation, I still was trying to get to a point where we could eliminate smoking on the casino floor. That, what you're talking about, that proposal, I went to them and I talked about these things because I wanted you guys to be part of the conversation so that we could get to a point where we eliminate smoking on the casino floor. And so I took those talking points and we had a conference call with the leaders of CEAS because I was hopeful that I could bring everybody together. CEAS, casinos, Global 54, everybody else who's got an interest in this. I wanted to bring everybody together and I wanted to come up with something that everybody would not necessarily be totally ecstatic about, but would result in an elimination of smoking on the casino floor and an elimination of the direct impacts of secondhand smoke on the workers. And so that's why we were having those conversations, and that's why I was saying let's try to, in order to try to not have it get to this point, let's try to have private conversations to get to a point where you guys can have clean air when you're working. And so that was the goal. So the talking points.
Outside Atlantic City, you can't smoke anywhere, correct? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So you want to build smoking rooms for them to volunteer to go in, and who's going to volunteer to go in those rooms? Nobody. And then you know what's going to happen? They're going to be voluntold to go in those rooms. Why don't you build smoke shacks outside Atlantic City and let people smoke outside? We can make a compromise, right?
Was your name right?
Yeah.
Right. So, that was one of the topics, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about specifically. So the concept was no more smoking on the casino floor and a room where people would have to volunteer to go work in those rooms.
No, why? That's ridiculous.
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second.
It'll be forced.
Hold on a second.
That's what will happen.
This was why I wanted to try to talk to you guys about it. Now, if it's a non-starter and you guys are totally opposed, then I get it. But this is one of the.
There's no compromise.
There is no compromise.
First of all, there was a smoking ban. They built smoking rooms in the city of Atlantic City, put them in the casinos. The city of Atlantic City sued the state and went against them, and they won in court, and they took the smoking rooms out. Now you guys want to go back to the same exact compromise that you gave
They were
before.
non-gaming smoking rooms.
They were on the casino floor.
They were non-gaming.
And when they sued and they said the property tax for the casinos in Atlantic City was going to Atlantic City, they gave the city permission to put up a smoking ordinance, 25% in the casinos. Nobody enforces it. So what you guys are saying, your proposal is to go back to the smoking rooms again, which you already had in the city, that we had up and operating and working, which the city then sued the state and won and got taken out. So I don't understand that. You're doing the same proposal you did over a decade ago.
So we've heard multiple things, and even today I've heard multiple parts of the story. Is point blank, we believe you had an opportunity to step up and vote that day. That's what we're being told by some very reliable sources. Whether it makes you uncomfortable or not, that's unfortunate, because we're uncomfortable every day when we have to deal with the smoke. The UAW is the only organization that represents the frontline dealers, and we're not willing to compromise on the health and safety of our members. So we're in line with CEAS on this. You stood with us, and now we believe you're against us, because the thing about the bill is you're saying, oh, we talked to CEAS, we talked to this. From your own office, they said, oh, Senator Palestino is introducing a new bill, and you didn't even offer us a seat at the table. You didn't get our feedback. You see the reaction of the folks, and the reality is the people that are going to have to work in those smoking rooms are the disenfranchised, the people that need their paycheck the most. So we're sending the poorest individuals into a den of smoke. It just doesn't make sense on any level.
So I'm not in a room. We want you should have thought of that. You should have said, these guys are dying.
I want everybody to get in a room. I want you guys to hear from these people and be impacted by them. We need you to be that person. We hear you just say, it's not gonna work, let's go do something else. Like, I want you to be our champion. That's what we've been saying for 3 years.
And I was. And I,
But
and
I'm saying,
I,
why
and I
didn't
was
you-
to the
why
point
didn't
where I
you
had a
think of that?
commitment that we were gonna vote on the thing.
And I get it, but I'm saying, but now you just gave
Bob
up.
Singer is still on the health committee. He has withdrawn his support. You can go talk to him, but he's not going to.
He might recommit if he hears everything that these people have to say.
He's not the
Certainly
one
can
that told me
try,
he was
but-
a smoker. or
But that's
anything.
all we can do is try. It's not, you're just shaking your head and being like, oh, no, yeah, he's never gonna change his mind.
Conversation with them.
Well, obviously, you don't
You
even
would
know,
like-
what are you telling them? Oh, the casinos have some empathy, but you don't even know the story. Not your fault, but they need to hear from the people that had COPD, that buried someone 32 years ago. Obviously, you don't understand the full impact of this. Not your fault. You're not a casino worker, but I want you to tell them, let these people get to you.
Yes.
Then you tell me you're gonna vote no. That's what we need.
I'm not voting
No,
no.
not you, not you.
He's
I'm talking about you.
Singer.
I did
Yeah.
this, and so we certainly will make an effort again, but I did this. I mean, when this all unfolded and I signed on to the bill and I started to get support of my colleagues, these are the conversations that were had. I mean, all of the talking points in the casinos, I've had all these conversations.
I get
and I
it,
was
but
like,
we're just thinking it's not enough, Vince. We need more from you.
Okay.
We need more. What she just asked you, we need that. We need
Well,
more.
so you got Bob
We're
Singer,
begging you.
You got Owen
We're
Henry.
begging you for more.
Well,
We're here.
Pete, what did I lie to you about?
Stay with us.
I'm with you.
Your version of staying with us is not what our version of staying with
What
us
is
is.
your version of staying with you?
100%
To the
non-smoking.
finish line, to the finish line.
So,
We want you to take us
so
over the
so
finish
just
line.
play it out. If it took you 10 years to get the full band done, you would say, wait the 10 years and fight.
It's not gonna, we don't want 10 years.
I understand that, but.
We don't even
I'm just
want
saying.
that.
Why can't you tell us by 10 years?
I don't know that.
I
I'm
know
just
we
saying.
don't, and neither
I
do we.
I was trying to get to a point where we banned smoking on the casino floor. I thought that was most important. That is the imperative. Get rid of smoking on the casino floor, and that was what I was trying to get.
We
to that
understand and
intentions,
appreciate the
but
intentions,
you didn't-
absolutely.
You didn't understand it.